Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have a project and video for Paper Rose Studios today. I'm going to be working with their Cozy Fall Kit, which is such a perfect collection for this time of year. It is absolutely gorgeous and I love how my layout turned out. So I'm going to use white cardstock and that floral background paper right there, and I am cutting my white cardstock down to 11.5 by 11.5. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some Distress Oxide ink around the edges of my cardstock. This is just my favorite vintage photo Distress Oxide ink. Use this stuff all the time. And a little mini blending brush. I'm just going to go right around the edges. And I don't even have to worry about cleanup because I have a glass board, so I can just wipe it all up with either a microfiber cloth or a baby wipe when I'm all done. And then we are off to the races and continuing on with our project. I want to get this as even as I possibly can, but it's me, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to start with some double-sided tape. I'm going to put it all around the edges of the white cardstock. And then I'm going to put a little bit of tape runner into the middle. The reason I do this is because my tape runner is forgiving. It will pull up for about 45 minutes after I've put something down. So I can line it up nice and straight and then kind of push down in the middle. Make sure that it's lined up again before I take the release paper off and get the heavy duty tape down. My project today is going to feature a really large banner focal point, and then I'm going to add my photograph and embellishments on top of that. So while I map my photo and do all of that, let's talk about my channel and the fact that, let's back up a little bit and do some life updating for all of you. So I missed the last 2 videos in my 10 in a row because I received in the mail 2 Simon Says Stamptember exclusive sets. So I had to pivot and get those projects done and post those. Technically, I did do 10 videos in a row because 2 of them were shorts. Well, actually 3 of them were shorts for the Stamptember exclusive stamp sets. Then I had to pivot again because I had to, I wanted to do my mini album and get the blog together for cherry on top. And then I had to pivot again because I received tons of new releases from Brutus Monroe and I wanted to do unboxing videos and show all of you all the beautiful goodies. Brutus Monroe did so many new product releases during September that I absolutely 1000% loved. And I needed all of them. So that is where we are. Now you're all caught up. So this week should be back to kind of normal. I did film all of the process for my mini album. So if you saw the mini album flip through or saw my blog post over to Cherry on Top, the process videos that go with that mini album are for my YouTube Perks members only. My membership here on YouTube is very inexpensive. It's only $5 a month. There are some things you always get. And then we do kind of like pop-up Zoom crops and things like that as I'm able. But as soon as you sign up, you get access to all of my classes. So a full library of content, like immediately before, anything new even pops up. So it's a great way to take a class from me. It's a great way to just keep in touch and all of that. And it's always the first thing linked in my description box. So I chose 3 pattern papers, cut them down, created a big, huge banner, and then I cut that little orange piece as like a top for my banner. and I matted my photograph, and now I'm just going to use some white glue on my handy dandy amazing Sweet Petunia glue press and get those things into place on my layout. I'm going to go ahead and add some foam tape underneath the bottom part of my banner, and I'm also going to add some foam tape to my photograph to give them both a little bit more dimension. And now it's time to kind of go through all of my die cuts and embellishments and get a feel for what I want to use. So I have 3 packs of embellishments from the Cozy Fall collection. There is the 1.0 embossed die cuts, the 2.0 embossed die cuts, and then there's the Quick Cards die cuts. I have all 3 packs. I have them all popped out, and they're in a little baggie with all the papers. And I am just flipping through them all and choosing which ones I want to put where. So my plan for this layout is across the top where that orange gingham piece is, I want to add almost a scene of just cute little cozy die cuts. Then I want to use one of the circle die cuts as an accent to my photograph. That's basically all I'm going to... That's basically what I'm looking for right now. Later on, I'm going to add a 3rd embellishment cluster, and I will also add a title and some other things. But for now, I'm just flicking through die cuts, deciding which ones I want and where I want them to go. The photograph that I am scrapbooking today was actually not taken by me. It was taken by my son, mostly because Fitz always finds this little puddle of sunshine right here in our office downstairs. This is his morning sunshine spot, and he lays there just about every morning unless I walk into the room. So as soon as I walk into the room, like in an effort to take a picture of him in his cozy spot, he gets up and wags his tail, and wants to go and play ball or do something else. And so my son Logan actually got into the room and got down and took this photograph for me. So here is basically the die cuts that I have chosen. Then I went through my letter sticker stash and chose these letter scramble stickers. This is the color Pony from Bella Boulevard. And I am going to go ahead and start sticking down all of those die cuts exactly where I want them or exactly where I chose them. And I did everything with wet glue. Paper Rose Studio die cuts, it's a little glossy. So the paper is a little glossy, which is beautiful and gorgeous because then it has that lovely embossed coating over it, which nobody else does, that embossed coating. And I love their die cuts. I decided I wanted some splatter. So I grabbed my Brutus Monroe Copper Shimmer Chroma Mist and did a little bit of splattering. This Chroma Mist dries really quick, but it is metallic and it's so pretty. It added just that little bit of something extra to this project, and I love how it turned out. So I got all of the die cuts glued down, and then I decided I wanted one more, so I grabbed this one little stack of blankets, and I'm going to just tuck it in to the left of my photo, and then underneath that section where that stack of blankets is and where the photo ends, that is where I stamped my date, and I've already stamped my date. Oh, you guys. So such an important step. I cannot stress enough the importance of stamping your dates. I can't. So, fun fact, Bella Boulevard, those letter scramble stickers, they're a little finicky when it comes to the being sticky. So I knew going in I was going to need to glue them down, which I'm totally fine with. I was prepared, and it was fine. So, and what makes it really easy to glue them down is my glue press with that precision tip on it. It's just like, dum, 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 dum. Okay. So I'm going to put my title down, and it's going to be Fitz's Cozy Spot. But I just love the font and mixing the fonts. So that was why I chose to use the letter scramble stickers, because they have all these different fonts and they're really, really nice. Like, the fonts are really good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue down all the stickers. I get to about here and realize they're all blending in together, and nope, this isn't going to work. Okay, so now we have to pivot, except remember I glued them down, right? But it's okay. So I took a deep breath. The color is just blending in too much. We need some more contrast. So let's grab the black letter stickers. I put a little bit of glue just on top of the pony stickers. I don't remember what the black color is called. And I'm going to just layer the black ones right over top of the pony ones, just right over. And then we're going to move on with life, because that just looks really much better. Much more readable. There is black in the die cut, so it doesn't look out of place. It works. I did leave Fitzy's little name across the top. I didn't make the entire title black, just the cozy spot part. And that's where we are going to call this done. I think this is where I stopped. If something in my video caught your eye, be sure to take a peek down in the description box. You will find links to all my favorite products, all my favorite stores, a link to join my membership if you would like. And here are all of the close-ups. If you've made it this far in my video, be sure to hit that like button and comment with an emoji. Today's emoji will be anything you find that is cozy. Let's do that. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.